Just so people know, you are allowed to re-upload this video and a few other videos on this topic. You can find a list of those videos in the description below. You do not have to give me credit, although it would be appreciated. Without further ado, let's begin. So Harley's brother, Julian, decided to post a comment under this video of mine. I guess in a way it's notorious because it forces people to think about a very clear-cut case, which is the plagiarism scandal. You can find more information on that by clicking on the links below in this video. I stated clearly in that video that I wanted to keep the discussion on topic, and that I would otherwise block people since it's very common for the last few diddly followers to desperately create white noise in order to keep people away from the actual discussion. And as to no one's surprise, not a single Harley supporter could actually address the subject of the video. Which is really telling because I received around 70 comments from different accounts, all in support of Harley. They basically tried to fight logic and facts with emotional character texts, ad hominems, or arguments that have nothing to do with the subject of the video. And it's laughable how no one could address the actual subject at hand. If Harley really hadn't plagiarized the majority of the content in all of his ebooks, then my video would be so easy to debunk. You could so easily throw me off my horse by actually addressing the real case. But not one of you dared to actually address it. Not one. Instead, you want to name-call me or other people that had nothing to do with my video. So his brother Julian Johnstone responded, and what do you expect? Do you think his response has anything to do with the actual subject of the video, which is on the undeniable plagiarism scandal? I mean, this guy is a 45-year-old man, so you think that he's a little less childish, right? Nope, not a bit. It's basically a comment on how I believe all the lies that NorVegan brought forward. Okay, so first of all, what you have to understand is that I don't make these videos in support of NorVegan. I make them to address the undeniable. It's not only NorVegan that points out the plagiarism, and I'm sure he wasn't the first one to do so. Oh, and before people tell me I'm attacking Durianrider's family or some other non-arguments, let me point out that Julian came to me first. And this video will be reasonably respectful. It's not much of an attack, it's just pointing out the obvious. Why would anyone make up lies about a big-name YouTuber? Big-name YouTuber, huh? Let's not pat him too much on the back. This small 2K channel gets more subscribers than him now on a monthly basis. With over 500,000 views. He's nowhere near 500 million. Look at his social blade. Even after a decade, he's not even halfway there. So right off the bat you tell a lie. Also, I have to point out that millions of views are from videos that aren't even really his own or have nothing to do with his actual content. Why would anyone make up lies about a big-name YouTuber with over 500 million views just to sell ebooks? Free advertising, that's why. Okay, I already showed how it really doesn't pay off to do videos on Durianrider, but okay, well, whatever. First of all, how many ebooks do you think they have sold because of all of this? A few hundred maybe? I mean, Michael and Hannah have gotten some reach out of this, sure. So they made a couple thousands of dollars, fine. You think that for that kind of money they'd risk going to jail for years over slander and fake allegations? I don't know what Hannah does, but Michael is a guy with a secure job. How dumb would you have to be to think you'd risk that over a few grand? So let me summarize your view on this. By spending probably a few hundred hours of your life outside of your shift, wasting your own free time, you make yourself hated in front of an audience, you risk death threats, you risk jail time, all that, all the while that you have a steady life, and you try to ruin other people's lives in the process. And you call that free advertisements. You are a 45-year-old man, and this is what you assume. Right, makes sense, Julian. DR can't sue them for slander until he has proven himself innocent before a judge and jury. Okay, so first I have to point out that you call your own brother by his YouTube name. Why? Did you think I'd not notice you weren't his brother or something? I don't know. There is no slander. The things that have been said about your brother on the accounts of plagiarism and death threats are undeniable. You mean to tell me that he can't prove himself to be innocent? And why is that? Doesn't he have all these recordings, videotapes, emails that work in his favor? And he claimed he had entire seal bags of USB sticks full of evidence that would clear his case. Again, if he can so easily prove his innocence, then why doesn't he do it? According to him, he could have done it years ago, yet he doesn't. Why? Does he like the attention that all of this has given him? I doubt it, because if you look at his social blade, you can see that all the drama crippled his views and subscribers, and therefore his income. And again, I'm not the right person to talk about this. I'm not invested into the rape case to begin with. But if you so desperately want my 2 cents on the case, here it is. If Harley can easily prove his innocence according to his own words, then he must be really dumb to not have done it years ago. Not only according to yourself does he risk 20 years of jail time, he also risks that some vigilante might find him and mercilessly re-innovates his face. You have to be really dumb to test your luck with this if it's so easy to prove your innocence. Also, being tagged on a boob is not evidence. Go ask a judge what he'd think of that. NorVegan works as a prison guard, so he knows how the judicial system works. It's obvious that he has coached her on what to say. So let me get this straight. Let's say your wife would be raped, and you have the necessary knowledge to help her. You wouldn't coach her, as you call it. Okay? Of course Michael helped Hannah. It's the proper thing to do. It's utterly meaningless to mention it, and I only address it now because otherwise I have to deal with dumb comments telling me that I didn't address it. Either she lied to save her relationship with NorVegan, which had just started when she had consensual sex with DR, or NV is on it to help the ebook sell. She tells ugly lies about people, make no mistake, this is a 100% fact. Yeah, I mean the 100% fact line is something that is easily thrown around, isn't it? Okay, let's assume that this is the case, okay? I'll play devil's advocate here, no tricks. Let's say the rape case is a big scam for whatever reason. Maybe they did do it for a couple of thousand. Maybe Hannah did try to just secure a relationship. Let's assume that's the case for a minute. Let's say that there is an ulterior motive here. Even if, like you say, that's 100% the truth, what's also the truth is that your brother has stolen and plagiarized content for his ebooks without giving credit to the original authors. He kept his trustworthy fans in the dark about this and does so to this day. This, Julian, is an undeniable fact, and if you think it's not, I'd gladly see you refute it with some logic without trying to weasel your way out of it by creating white noise through character attacks or trying to change the topic of the actual discussion. Because I've been waiting for a single worthwhile response on this topic for the last 6 months.